This is the Violent Professional Podcast brought to you by AriesClothing.com.
So usually if I'm like, I'm drunk, take advantage of me. I'm just fucking lonely. That's all it is.
Well, that's every guy. Nobody wants to be taken advantage of. I mean, every guy wants to be taken advantage of.
Yeah.
No woman wants to be taken advantage of. Some do.
I don't buy that anymore. I think girls do. And this may sound sexist, and that maybe that's why I'm single.
Oh, fuck it. You could say whatever.
Yeah.
I've never had a fucking female on this podcast ever, so
right.
I don't give a shit what they think.
right, yeah. But
that's probably the most sexist thing that was said in the fucking past 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it's very much like, I think all of them want somebody to take control. You know what I mean?
Like, move them around like a marionette.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Fucking grab their arms and fucking move them around and shit.
Just don't beat me. Yeah. I mean, I find that just from going out and having to choose restaurants all the time. Like when I'm choosing a restaurant all the time, it goes well.
What's your favorite restaurant? Is it Olive Garden?
Fuck no. Fucking get some fucking bologna Alfredo. That's like the most unauthentic Italian food on the face of the planet.
I sent the dude, we have a podcast, like for people that have been on the podcast, we have like it's called the Podcasty Boys.
Okay.
And we just send random memes and like bullshit and we talk about podcast topics and just fucking, it's just a group chat. It's the same standard shit. And the other day, like bologna Alfredo, I sent them a picture of like, I was like, hey, you guys want to see some cuisine? And I fucking had shredded cheese, mayonnaise, and bugle crumble. Like I called it bugle crumble, and it was just because I took a bunch of fucking bugles and garnished it. Fucking garnished the fucking mayonnaise and cheese mixture.
This isn't a picture you found. This is something you made.
I made, dude.
Oh my God.
I was literally thinking, I'm like, I need to make like a fucking cookbook for rednecks, dude.
Yes.
Like, some of the shittiest thing, like I made some healthy shit today. Like I made like a Chipotle style of fucking thing. Like it was steak, it was flat steak, avocado, red onions, fucking shredded cheese, like no queso. Throw that shit out.
Right.
It was just healthy stuff.
Yeah.
Some pinto beans, I throw that on there.
Yeah.
And so like you eat it and you feel full after like 3 fucking bites of it.
Right.
But I also have a side of me that's like, let's fucking make ramen noodles in the microwave and fucking throw fucking all this hot sauce and fucking nacho cheese on it at fucking 3 a.m.
I feel like that's just the lazy side. That's your lazy side.
Dude, it's my, like, if I drink enough fucking beer side, like, I'll eat the hottest garbage ever.
Right. But
I have a video on social media where I instructed people how to make a grilled cheese sandwich in the fucking microwave.
Oh, really?
It's one of the favorite videos.
Yeah.
People are like, that's fucking dope. And so, like, I make I make these fucking videos where I like burn food and shit, and I'm like, I still eat it.
Yeah.
Hot garbage, microwave grilled cheese and fucking whatever.
I mean, don't let it go to waste, I guess, right?
So I was like thinking the other day after I sent that Bugles mayonnaise and fucking shredded cheese, I'm like, I need to make a cookbook.
Yeah.
And go like fancy to shit. Like
the first chapter, you put a lot of work into it, and then just got tired of making it.
It just degrades over time until eventually I just have shredded cheese inside one of the pages. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck is
it's
this?
Like actual shredded cheese.
I'm just like
laminated on the page.
It's just like, now take shredded cheese, fake 4 ounces of shredded cheese, and insert it in your asshole.
Yeah. And then, voila, you're done. Season to taste. You know what I mean? Salt and pepper to
Gordon
taste.
Ramsay would be proud.
Fucking Gordon Ramsay.
That fucking dude.
He's got that, like...
I don't like... Like, I think his shit's funny, but it's just like... He can't be that fucking angry.
No.
Because he would get punched in the face in any of those fucking shows, dude.
Yeah, I think... And, like, when people come in... Whoa. I saw that.
Yeah.
When people come into his restaurant and just treats him like shit, I'm sure they have to sign their faces are unblurred, so they had to sign a waiver to get it on TV. So everybody goes there knowing, like, hey, if I go up there and start some shit, I'll be on TV. Because Gordon Ramsay's going to go tell me to go fuck my mother with a fucking pogo stick. You know what I mean? But he's got that the show with the kids on, and he's like the sweetest dude on the face of the planet. Like a little girl's cake falls apart, and she's crying. He's like, "Oh no!"
He's like, "Fuck you, you little piece of shit."
No, that's reserved for like adults. You know, what I
Yeah.
mean? The little kids. He's like, "Oh no, darling, no, don't cry. It's all right."
Oy.
You know he's Scottish.
I mean, they're all the same. It's the same fucking
Right.
island, dude.
Yeah, but like Scott.
I think Ireland's like off somewhere, right?
Ireland's to the
What
west.
is it? Ireland is the island.
Yeah,
Scotland's north of.
yeah,
They want to pretend they're not English.
yeah. And then you've got Wales to the south.
Some of that shit.
Yeah.
Who fucking
That's
knows?
awesome. Yeah.
I know I'm gonna upset one of my buddies who's over there. He's like, he's a fucking dude over there that I did the Mike Calls a Friend episode with.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I talk shit to him regularly. I'm like, you fucking,
Yeah.
you fucking British piece of shit.
Yeah, you fucking limey prick.
It's like, this is the reason no one wants to be a part of your stupid country, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Island nation, but not like nice island
Yeah.
where it's all rain and shit all the time. It's like Washington surrounded by water.
Shout out to Crawfwado 13, bro. Fucking fighting the good fight against all the fucking bullshit over there.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we going to talk about? You're a new guest. Everybody wants to know what you're about. No one could see on the fucking audio version that you waved. I have to narrate. And then Peter waved.
But
the
that
camera
camera's
wasn't there.
It's got a red light. I see it. Is this for your use for later?
Yeah, I jerk off to all the videos.
All right. I'll get.
I actually don't put out half the videos. That's why there's only like episode 50 and above have YouTube videos. Because it's like, oh, I love to watch people. It's like I'm a voyeur. And then I like catch a glimpse of myself and I'm like, oh, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Who's that stranger?
You're like, oh, hello. Yeah.
No, it's for fucking YouTube. We got a YouTube channel.
Yeah. I'm subscribed.
I don't know why you watch it.
Yeah. Because I'm bored.
Peter's a fucking patron.
Yes.
You know, this is
From
what happens
Patreon.
when you pay enough money into the system. You get to come do an interview with me.
Yeah.
About nonsense.
So give more money to Patreon and you might be able to be on here.
Yeah. He drove for miles for a fortnight to be here to tell you about stuff.
Yeah. It has been a fortnight since I've last seen you, my darling. I wrote a letter right when I got here and sent it home.
Just sent it by a carrier pigeon.
Yeah.
And then I hit that shit with an arrow and I ate it. I
Oh,
made some chicken wings out of it.
So what you're saying is message not delivered.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What the fuck is that? I fucking... That's gonna be some good eating, that trash bird. That fucking yard bird now.
And you do like the old they weren't carrier pigeons. I forget what they were called. But they were women's high fashion in the 1900s and they completely wiped them out in New York.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There was pigeons that were
There's pigeons everywhere.
No. Not like the pigeons we have here, the gray and like purple ones.
Is that what we have here?
Yeah, I don't know what they are. They're like
You mean the totally gray pieces of shit from New York? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen them. They're massive too.
Yeah.
They're like the rats over there.
But there was like some other type of pigeon that was hunted to extinction for feathers for women's hats.
So
in
dumb.
like the early 20th century. And I can't remember what those fucking pigeons are called.
You act like that's like such a long time ago. The earliest 20th century.
It is. It's over 100 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was a long time. This is before I was born.
Yeah. Ain't nobody alive no more.
No. No one's 100 years old now.
Yeah. No one's
Facts.
You'd have to be 120.
You'd have to be 120 to be 100 years old.
I don't know how that works, but I'm not going to.
So I'm going to grab
Maybe
some
not.
beers.
Okay.
All right. You tell the people, like, pretend you're podcasting with the ghost of me.
Oh, okay.
The non-corporeal energy being that is me. I'm going to go there. My consciousness will stay here.
Okay.
I'm going to grab more beers because I'm a fiend, right? I
Yes.
like to do fucking party.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I like to fucking have a good time.
I've been camping with you, and you definitely like to party.
Tell that story. Like, I'm not here to be like, I'm going to fucking
Okay.
tell everybody about this
Yeah.
bullshit he
So
did. Don't say the gay shit. I don't want to fucking people.
No, that's John. I've got pictures of his wiener on my
Yeah,
phone.
don't. Just talk about your experience with me.
Okay, yeah. So
Tell them like you're given an experience of, you got to find out about this dude, Mike.
yeah. So let me tell you about this guy Mike that I know. We've gone on a couple of backpacking trips. One was a winter. I think the first one I went with him on was a winter camp, and I came after work, and everyone was just annihilated already. Like I had catching up to do, but you were.
Did you show up later?
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, like I had to because I had to work like a half a day. They wouldn't give me the full day off, so I came up, and that's when we did it at Gold Creek Pond. Is that what it was called? I don't remember. It was up off I-90.
We did it up there?
The winter camp, yeah.
Oh, was that triangle, bro?
Well, yeah, but the first one I saw you destroy, that's where you like fell and like broke the awning and busted your face open.
Oh, the winter camp.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah.
I don't know. We talked about it on the podcast, but yeah.
Yeah, but the Ozette.
I wasn't fucking hammered though.
You weren't because you could still.
The fucking ice was there. That's why I fucking. The only thing was I was a little bit drunk and I just didn't have the same reflexes. I wasn't like nimble like a cat like I normally am, and I fucking didn't catch my face. Well, I didn't keep my head up like a baby does. Or I'm more like a baby.
Yeah.
You ever seen a baby tumble and trip?
Yeah.
They smash their fucking dumb heads into shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's because they don't know, like, hey, put your hands or bring your head up, like, instinctually. I didn't have those instincts. My fucking subcreant brain just was, like, shut off. And it's like, bam! Right in my fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just faceplant. No, but Ozette, you were blackout, and you're probably more nimble than you were at the winter camp. Because all I know is that me and Mark stayed...
Which is weird, because I wasn't blackout for the... winter camp. Right. I was totally blackout for fucking Ozette, dude.
Yeah. So Mike at Ozette is just destroyed, and I think you probably polished off most of that fifth of whiskey. I think I had like
all of it.
One pull.
No, like three people had like fucking a shot each.
And then the rest was all you. Yeah. And so me and Mark stayed at camp because we still had a fire going, and you and Dan and TJ, and I think Brandon went out there too. You guys all went out and were trying to climb that sea stack. Oh,
I don't remember any of this shit.
Yeah, Will was with us too. And you guys were all climbing that sea stack. And on the way back, everyone was telling me that like you were running and then like holding hands with people and be like, wait. And then just like jumping up and trying to splash.
Total
puddles,
dick move.
Yeah, puddles all over people. And you got back to camp. And I think we were listening to my playlist. And I think I had like Third Eye Blind on there.
Fuck
or something like that. Yeah. And, the chorus, it was, wish you would step up to the ledge, my friend. And you were beyond like words at this point, so you're just going you were your hair came loose and you were like almost like convulsing while you were sitting down.
I don't think I've gotten a haircut since before that fucking time.
Yeah. Your hair is long. It's fucking amazing. We're approaching majestic.
It's been over a year and a half, I think. This is what you get a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's slowed down a bit, but yeah.
That's like my back hair.
Yeah. Gross.
I guess someone to braid it, you know what I mean?
And by back hair, you mean asshole.
Yeah, that's on the back, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do a little French braid up top, and then,
it's gross.
What? It's whatever, man. It's them Italian jeans.
I don't remember any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But what I do remember is that I bought this bottle, the Summit Shot. I bought a bottle of Tin Cup.
Yeah.
Which I have some awesome photos of. But I bought the Tin Cup because on every trip that we go on any of the dudes go on in our group, like it's always like Summit Shot.
Yeah.
Fucking Tin Cup, everyone takes a shot of it. You bring it up to the summit, whatever. And my mistake, we're going on a flat ground 3-mile hike out to the fucking beach. Like, I guess nobody felt good about that. And so, like, I had to force these shots down people's throats.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're not really fucking here to do that. And then I was like, fuck you guys. And I fucking just go, 1 for you, 2 for me.
Yeah.
And I just got fucking smashed. And so like 3 people drank those shots.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we doing here?
And I brought that, I had some scotch too. And you were taking pulls off of the scotch.
That's dumb as shit.
Yeah, so.
And the thing is, I just drink beer, so I know I can comprehend when to cut myself off. Like, but fucking hard alcohol is just something that's so far beyond me.
That's the tough thing with that too, because like once you realize that it's time to stop with hard alcohol, you're beyond, and you're like, well, let's just keep fucking going. You know what I mean? There's no like. With beer, you're just like, I probably shouldn't have another one.
You get too fucking bloated and shit.
I feel pretty good right now. I'm kind of buzzed up.
I think as you drink like Coors Light, you get a hangover when you know you're supposed to stop. Yeah. That never happens.
Yeah. But with whiskey and stuff like that, you get 3-4 deep and you're just like, no turning back now, bro.
I have so many fucking. I was explaining to somebody recently because there's a lot of stuff online about people's stupid tattoos and shit like that. And there's one, I won't get into it just because I can tell you somewhere. I don't want to turn this into something that's fucking depressing, but there's a dude that has a celebrity that has a really bad fucking tattoo, like a really fucking bad tattoo. And the dudes were passing around and be like, can you fucking believe this dude has this tattoo that he covered up or whatever? And I was like, yeah, but that dude was like a heroin addict and like he was always drunk and shit. And they're like, what does that matter? And I'm like, listen, I've never done hard drugs. I've done mushrooms like one time when I was fucking real young. And I mean, like, I'm almost fucking, I think I was like 16 or something.
Right, yeah.
I've smoked weed before, and I've smoked weed to a point where I was like, where the fuck am I? Like, I thought I was dying, and I thought somebody laced it, and that's happened more times than I can count. I have an episode where I talk about, like, going to the spirit realm and shit and thinking I was laced, but it's happened so many times where I'm like, did somebody fucking lace this shit? And it's like, no, that's what being high is. Like, I'm like, I don't like this, but I'm going to do it again next weekend.
You just get super paranoid.
Oh, dude. No, it's not paranoia. I'm like, I think I'm going to die, Sarge.
Yeah.
And, but like, yeah, like I was explaining to the dudes that there's people that, you know, Mark has never drank before. So it's like explaining what happens when, have you ever blacked out before?
Oh yeah.
You know how it is. When you black out, it's like your body just starts to fucking, you're like Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah. Like you just do shit and then you have to deal with the consequences the next day.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, I woke up in some really bad situations in my life and I'm like, oh no. And then you hear, that's why at the fucking Ozette Triangle shit, I was so worried because I've gotten in some fucking big issues in the past, drinking and blacking out. And I was like, bro, seriously, level with me. What the fuck did I do? And everybody's everybody's like, no, you did nothing. You were just hugging people and fucking throwing shit in the fire. And I'm like, I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. I didn't burn half of the fucking world down and punch somebody in the face. Like, I didn't piss on one of or three of you.
I remember that because like when you first woke up, we were cooking breakfast in the morning. You came over to me like, bro, like if I did anything or said anything last night, I'm sorry. I'm like, dude, you like fell onto my tent and that was about it. And then
I think I told you I loved you or something like that.
Yeah.
I was in my tent for a good hour sitting there dreading walking out.
Like when you woke up.
Yeah, dude. I was sitting there. I was like, first thing I said to myself was like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like, I was so terrified because I know what happens when I blacked out in the past, but after like I had like a really, really bad blackout event, I stopped getting blackout. I stopped drinking that much, and then I just like have a certain amount of fucking, and I just stick to fucking beer.
Yeah, because
I know what happens because I've not only been blacked out on alcohol, I've been drugged before where people slip you shit, and you're just like party time, and then you're like fucking, I'm Bill Cosby. And you like fucking go, and you start fucking doing all kinds of crazy shit. Like that's what I've had in the past. Did I just pull my shit out? I was just like, no, we're good.
It's still there.
But like I've had really, really, really fucking bad events in the past. Like, and so that's when I woke up, I fully expected, I'm like, man, I totally fucked up, dude. Yeah. And sat there just in my sleeping bag, and I'm just like, no, let me die here on the beach, dude.
Well, for the most part, though, like everybody that was there, except for I think Brandon was the only one that didn't really know you, but like everybody there was like we've all hung out.
Oh yeah, he had followed. That's the funny thing because I'll meet people on these trips.
Yeah.
And they've seen me on social media and going blah, blah, blah. And then they expect something. Like, you know, we met through the shit.
Yeah.
As people expect something of me, but it's a fucking character I do. I'm like a different person when I'm like, but then like the alcohol kicks in and I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
So I always worry about that. Cause like I could just, you know, I do all these crazy fucking things where I'm like, ah! But, you know, I just hang out.
Yeah,
a lot of times pretty quiet. Usually,
like at the winter camp where we were screaming at the. I'm not going to drop the name because I don't want to get free advertising, but they had that snowshoe group that they were taking out. They had the two buses. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it's a outdoor supply company.
Yeah,
and like it was like 10:30 at night, and they were coming past our camp, and we were like screaming Bon Jovi at them.
Oh yeah. You're halfway there. Yeah. So for the people that don't know what we're talking about, right? Because you're just listening.
Yeah.
There's this fucking this fucking we're near Seattle where we're fucking, you know, like all the people from Seattle that have a lot of money and they come out to the fucking go do this adventure shit on the weekends. We did this winter camp and we're like, just, you know, all of these fucking rich motherfuckers have these pristine fucking
snowshoes,
the fucking newest thing that they'll wear no other time, and they'll buy some new shit next year. And
they do guided. There's a company that does guided tours, and they bus you out to this place that we were at. So there was like 15 or 20 people in this group.
Yeah, we're like this ragged fucking motley crew of individuals, just drunk as shit. Yeah. Fucking canopies up, fucking ridiculous bonfire, fucking slaying, doing flips off of hills and shit. And they're just struggling because they've never had any like real struggle in their life other than like working for Microsoft and fucking Bill Gates is like, take my vaccine. Like, and trying to jam people with this vaccine through his penis, and he's just like, this is how it goes. This is how you get the microchip.
And then India's like, get the fuck out of our country.
Yeah. So that's their hardship that they live with, you know? Yeah. And then they're fucking going, oh my God, we had to walk a mile.
Yeah. It was like that, it was like 2.5 miles round trip. And those people passed by the camp at like 1:30 in the afternoon. I don't know what they went off and did, but they're coming back past the camp at like 9:30 at night.
Yeah.
It's like, where the fuck did you guys get lost?
They probably walked around that fucking lake, and we're just heckling them, and we're singing Bon Jovi. We're like, well, you're halfway there.
And then like John tries to ride the sled because we had a bunch. Everybody had sled.
That fucking campsite. It was such bullshit though, because I like looked at it. I'm like, is this as far as we're going? Like I'm used to like hiking fucking 4 miles at a minimum. We literally walked like a quarter mile in, and I was like, wait, we're doing this right in the middle of the trail?
Yeah. And
fuck it. We like put all these sleds with all this supplies and shit. Like we're going to the fucking Antarctica and shit to work in a lab somewhere.
Essentially, our camp was right at, so if you can imagine what a lasso looks like, that's this route. And our camp was right where the lasso splits. And so it's like people would pass our camp to go off on the loop, and then they'd come back by the camp to go back
you had to walk by us
twice.
And it's this like pristine wilderness area. We're like, fuck you, just like fucking crazy. Dude.
That was fun though.
Hey, what's for all the people listening, what's your standard camp setup? Because I've had questions. I've proposed to Mark. I said, this dude Peter only sleeps with a wool blanket. What's up with that?
Well, no. So the wool blanket is, I have a nice like Mount Rainier edition wool blanket that I bought, and that's usually I'll put that on the ground, and it's just
put that under where you're sleeping bag.
And it all depends. Like if I'm going ultralight, like when me and Mark did that leg of the Wonderland Trail, it's obviously that doesn't come.
Which we have to do. Again.
Yeah. I do. So I think this time I'm gonna be a little bit smarter about it. Funny thing about that is, so me and Mark were trying to do it in 6 days. So we put like 20 miles in the first day.
It's fucking tough.
And then the next morning, I was just like, we're like a half mile from a road. I'm fucking done. I'm gonna use my little sat thing and text my mom to come pick me up because I'm bitching.
Bro, we did the 100-mile
on the PCT, right?
PCT.
What was Crest Trail for those that don't know?
Yeah, it's the trail that goes from Mexico to Canada. Mexico, we did the 100-mile. That was a 5-day.
Yeah.
And in order to do it in 5 days, the first day you have to do 30 miles.
Yeah.
And we got fucking 25 and we had to bail out.
Yeah.
And our bailout was way harder than just finishing the fucking thing.
Just getting to the point. Yeah.
Because it would have been 30 miles and then like 15 and then 10 and then whatever the fuck else breakdown was.
Right.
And then we had spots where we'd stop and party and whatever. But that first day just totally fucked us.
Absolutely.
Like totally fucked us. Yeah. With those trips, like those 100-mile, because the Wonderland's like 89, I think, right? 96?
Yeah.
It's generally the same thing because like the PCT Snoqualmie to White Pass is like fucking 98 or something.
Right, yeah.
You have to break that shit down as easy, like, depending on what your timeline is, I think you need, like, legit for it to not be so crazy, you need a fucking full week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't, because you were on it. Those inclines are just fucking ridiculous.
It's murder,
dude.
yeah.
It's fucking mayhem.
And not only that, but like if you've ever hiked at Mount Rainier, like on the popular trails, it's like so well groomed, and there's it's 3 feet wide. When me and Mark got down into the canyon area coming out, like so we went counterclockwise out of Longmire, and I can't remember what river basin we were in. I think it was Stevens Canyon area or something like that. And it was just completely overgrown, and we were bushwhacking everywhere, and the trail was like washed out and stuff.
Yeah,
and it's like, this is not what I was expecting. You know what I mean? I'm expecting these pristine trails.
Yeah, dude.
And then I'm thinking about it. It's like we're like 20 miles from the closest ranger station. Like they don't give a shit. This is the backcountry that we're in right now.
And that ranger station has like one dude, maybe.
Yeah. And I made the mistake of, so I planned this whole thing out because it was something that I wanted to do, and I made the mistake of going too early. So all of the food cache locations were closed. So we had to carry like 6-7 days worth of food in our pack. And it was so heavy. It's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in modern times, bro. You got to be smart about this shit.
Yeah. But
so you plan it. What's an ideal month for the Wonderland Trail?
So it all depends. You can do it in July if you want to, but just don't. Like I brought like a lot of, freeze dried food and stuff like that. I've been reading up more on it where people will just bring like meal bars out with them. Yeah. But ideal month is like August, but then you have to worry about bugs everywhere. You know what I mean? When we went in July,
that's what when we went on the PCT, it was like fucking mosquitoes like crazy.
Yeah. So and that's just, you get used to it when you're out hiking enough, you get used to it. So but it's you just bring in a lot of jungle juice, a lot of DEET with you, and you're good to go. But
so we'll plan one for next year. Yeah, because it's too late, right?
It's not that it's too late. We could even go do just like an overnight to like Summerland or something like that. Yeah. Summerland, supposedly, because that's where our second night destination was supposed to be, me and Mark. It's supposed to be one of the nicest places in the park. Yeah. We could even do an overnight to that. But yeah, next year, so with the new job that I have, the stipulation of getting the job was I can't take vacation for a year. So June of next year, I'll have a big vacation balance, and we can go do that. So we could take 10 days.
Let's plan that.
Yeah.
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 And that'll give us all time to train, because I've literally been doing 12-ounce curls. Yeah. This coronavirus shit, like people are like, you look great. And I'm like, I feel like shit. Yeah. I literally walk up a flight of stairs in my house, and I'm like, fucking, like, I feel shit, dude, because I haven't been working out in I think a good 3 years.
Well, you can't. I mean, unless you have a home.
Coronavirus is bullshit. I'm using it as an excuse. That's when when I started drinking really heavily. But like before, it was a good 3 years before I ever did fucking anything. Oh, really? Yeah. I've been jumping out of planes and like fucking hanging out and fucking designing shit and sitting in a chair and doing podcasts and like fucking doing other stuff, and like I haven't,
that's the good thing for me with this new job is like I'm clocking like 11 miles a day walking.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right. Yeah. Like, let's try that Wonderland thing again. Maybe I won't be such a bitch.
Well, I mean, you guys pushed it. Yeah. I talked to Mark about it, and it was like, it's just like you went so far that first day. You can't fucking do that on those things. They're fucking up and down and fucking all over the place.
I had met, so me and Will, Rainier Ranger, if you know who that is, we had gone and done Three Barrels Mountain Trail like 3 or 4 weeks after the Rainier thing. And I ran into a guy who was like, oh yeah, I'm doing the Wonderland Trail, because part of that is on the Wonderland Trail. And I was like, oh yeah, I tried that earlier this year. And like we put in 20 miles the first day, and he was like, huh? Like, what? Are you stupid? And I was like, yeah, we were trying to do it in 6 days. And this dude's from Colorado, so he's used to like 14ers all the time. And he's like, no, man. He's like, I'm doing it in like 12 days. He's like, I don't have a day over 7 miles. I was like, okay, so 20 miles is too much. He's like, yeah, you're a moron.
Because then, like, after that, because there's such ridiculous incline and decline. Yeah. Even those declines, like, they seem easy and you get down them fast. Like, when I do day hikes, like a 4-mile day hike up a mountain, and I get down to the fucking bottom in like fucking 30 minutes after like fucking 4-hour climb. Like, you're smoked.
Yeah, but you don't, and when you're doing that, you can go sit in a car, you know what I mean? But it's you don't have 25 pounds of gear on your back. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, hiking is a weird thing to me in that aspect where when you're going up, you're like, oh, I can't wait for downhill. And then when you get like an extended period of downhill, you're like, my knees and my toes are killing me. I can't wait until we're going uphill.
I always say it's like having your knees are made of wicker baskets. It feels like they're snapping as you walk, and it's like you can hear them go, oh no, fuck no, as you're like, oh my God, I'm running so fast. And then it's like, oh, feels like somebody put gravel in there.
Yeah. Mine sound like somebody put gravel in there. That's from being a big dude for so long. My knees are just like, fuck you. I don't care how much weight you lose.
It's always horrible coming down. Mm. It's the worst fucking thing coming down.
I think that's why I like to stay at the top so much. Everybody's like, we should go. And I'm like, no, let's stay here. It's so gorgeous.
Stay here. Stay as long as you can.
Yeah. It's dark. It's getting cold. I'm like, no, let's just stay.
Billy Madison grabbing the beach. Stay as long as you can.
Don't say that.
I had to do. I did Rainier like 4 times. I think. Like to camp. No, Camp Muir. I've never summoned it because I ain't about that life, dude. Yeah. I've been to Camp Muir, which is a fucking monster in itself.
Yeah, it's like 9,000 or 9,100 feet. Yeah.
It fucking blows. And you get up there, and every time it's like, okay, we're here. Let's go back. Yeah. And then you fucking get run down you could fucking run and tumble because there's snow and shit. And
or
it's
just glissade
snowboard down, glissade, and it's fucking, you get down to like 30 minutes of this fucking 6-hour hike up this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just the fucking worst because you get up there like, oh, we're up here? Cool. There's stuff down there. And then you run and it's like, and it was Rainier that was like, I'm never going to climb a mountain again. And I did it 4 fucking times. Yeah. And each time I'm like, why the fuck do I come up here? Because you get to a point, there's no oxygen up there. You take 2 steps and you're like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Literally, you can't fucking breathe.
Well, yeah. And like altitude sickness and stuff like that too, that you get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel real shitty.
Yeah. And
there's real shitty.
Like people don't realize that it's like you don't, like once you have altitude sickness, you don't acclimate. The only way to acclimate is to come back down.
Yeah, get down.
Yeah. So I think Mark said he had that when you were up at Muir, right? Where he just had like just a super headache.
Yeah.
We should go do Mount St. Helens. That's only like 8,000 feet. That's even lower than Muir.
Fuck all of that.
Let's go look at the dome.
We should go to a place that's like Lake of the Angels and just drink beer for 2 days straight.
I want to do that, but I can't. Like,
it's dumb.
I know.
You got to realize on this podcast, I talk shit to every guest.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
Like, you're a fucking idiot.
I'm just going to go home and make a fucking doll of you. I'm going to put a fucking...
You're going to make a doll of me out of the hair that you collected while you're here.
Just put it in the shrine. Oh, my close friend.
Well, don't do that.
Why not?
I'll give you some hair if you want to make that.
Well, that's fine.
You could also come back and you don't have to like make it. You just, I'm here. I'm on the shrine. Look at this. We're here.
Yeah. I don't know. I like my shrine with candles. That's in my closet.
Do you have a pentagram attached to it?
No. I'm not into that shit.
Okay.
I'm just into voodoo.
Hey, talk about your photography.
Oh,
See, we talk about segues.
Yeah.
I don't have them. I just say things.
Yeah. It's just like, so what about photography, kid?
This is how I make the YouTube clips. I just go, okay, cool.
So anyway.
Photography, talk about it. And then I walk and get beer. And then
and then we're just talking about photography.
Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. You fucking hit me up earlier. We were talking about this episode. We're like, hey, what are we talking about? Let's fucking do it. And you're like, no one knows you're a great photographer. And I'm like, I beg to differ. No. I don't even know what I'm doing. I have a GoPro and I got a fucking Canon that's a fucking piece of shit.
See, now everybody knows. Like, if you wouldn't have said that.
No, I don't give a shit if they know.
Oh, well.
I routinely say fuck everybody who's watching.
Yeah, but...
And please subscribe. Like, seriously. That's the fun of it.
If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
I go like this.
Yeah.
I drop my head. I go, hey, that's the fun of it. Hey, subscribe. Like, I do that.
And people were like, I'm just going to do it out of spite.
But you're an actual photographer. Flap, flap.
Yeah, I mean...
Flap, flap. You're a photographer, flap, flap.
Yes, flap, flap. I think that's...
I've drank a few before you got it.
No, there was definitely a pile of cans when I came in there, so.
You don't see them now.
I'm on like 3.
Do you want another one?
I'll take another
one. Okay. tell people about actual photography. We'll get into that because I wanted to talk to you because you do photography.
Yeah.
You told me one time you were like, I'm renting this lens, which is like a Leica or whatever the fuck you said. And I was like, I have no idea, but that sounds expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've done, and it's crazy how many different types of photography there are out there. I kind of started, when I first started getting into hiking, I would go and take photos with my phone. And then like people think that you have to have this super expensive camera to be a good photographer. And I know guys that do nothing but cell phone photography and it looks amazing. And part of
that's what I do. And you're
so
like, you're a
good.
great photographer. I'm like, I just have Lightroom, dude.
Yeah. And that's the thing is some people are so good in post, it doesn't matter
if presets.
if it's underexposed or overexposed, I can just make it happen but yeah, so I started going out and I would take my cell phone and everybody's like, you take really, really good photos. And I never thought about it like that. I was like, I just like point and click.
It's the angles and shit.
Yeah, it's like, you have to have an eye for composition is what it's called. You know what I mean? Where you can compose a photo. And especially with landscape photography where you're framing whatever your subject is. You know what I mean? Anybody can just point and shoot at a mountain. But if you get like the trees right and you have the lighting right and you have like a foreground subject and a background subject, it's all about where you want to like direct the viewers or whoever's looking at it, where you want to direct their eyes. So all the lines in the photo should direct them to whatever you want them to focus.
That's the hard part.
That's the really hard part.
Because I understand the basic fundamentals of composition, but it's always hard.
Yeah.
Because of what I do for social media.
Right.
It's like I have all this, that's where you're like, you take great photos.
Yeah.
It's because I know sort of what I'm doing.
Right.
But it's like it's lost in what the fucking medium is, like in where I'm putting it.
Yeah,
and it's like I have certain people in certain places that are like, I just want to see cool photos. Yeah. I just want to see fucking explosions.
Put a video of A10s up.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Yeah. And the hard part is because like most of what I do is talk shit to people.
Right.
Even though I'm not. That's the funny part. I'm not actually an asshole.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No,
like,
you're a sweetheart.
Yeah, just tell people. Yeah, tell them. Fuck you, Peter. No, but like, I'm very different in person. I think I'm self-aware, right?
Right.
But like my stuff that I put out picture-wise, and I know a little bit of composition. I'm not great at it, but I can take my cell phone and go like put it at a certain angle and understand that shit.
Yeah.
That's why like people are like, you take great photos, and I'm like, nah, not really.
Yeah.
I get a general understanding, but you understand it fully.
Yeah, and I wouldn't even say fully.
You're a doctor?
Yeah, doctor. Yeah, I wouldn't even say fully. It's just, so it's kind of a hobby that became where people are like, and it was people I worked with that were like, oh, that's a cool photo. Oh, you went hiking this weekend? Where'd you go? And for me, like my favorite type of photography is astrophotography, like sitting out there and getting the Milky Way and stuff like that. That's great. And there's something about night hiking that I really like too. Nobody else is out there. I become a big bitch where, you'll hear something crack and you're like, that's a bear coming to fuck me in the ass. You know what I mean? Just automatically. But
what's crazy, the Milky Way, you can go out to, there's a online map of all the light pollution. You can go out to, it just shows you where to go.
Yeah.
And you can like look up and be like, holy fuck.
Yeah. This is amazing. Yeah. And
you see the fucking line across and you can't see, like if we were to walk outside here in an urban area, we wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah.
You just see like 3 stars.
Yeah.
You know?
Or you can see like Jupiter or Mars or something like that if you know what to look for. But yeah, to see the galactic core is what it's called, the Milky Way, the galactic core. It's something to behold. You know what I mean? And people, I've gone out with people who've seen like photos of it. And the photos that you see online are definitely different than seeing it in real life. You know what I mean? So don't expect to see what you're seeing. Yeah. That someone spent 4 hours.
It's like the exposure turn fucking up.
Well, because our eyes are constantly refreshing. We can only take in so much light. But if you have a shutter open on a camera for 30 seconds, all of that light for 30 seconds is getting in there. So you can obviously see it way better. So I've had some people that have come out pretty jaded and like, this is it. It's like, yeah, the stuff you see has been run through a computer for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like, calm down. Like, this doesn't impress you? All right, go the fuck home. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. I've had some really mind-blowing experiences in the middle of California and like Death Valley and shit where there's no ambient light and you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, how the fuck are we alone if you look up there and you go, this is just our galaxy.
Yeah.
This is just our galaxy, what I can see.
Yeah.
And that's like all the way across.
And I think that's just, what's the word? I don't think hubris is the word I'm looking for, but to think that we're completely
You're too
alone
smart for this podcast, sir.
when there's so much stuff out there, you know what I mean? To think that we're alone, it's ridiculous. You know what I mean? And people are like, well, that doesn't sound very Christian of you. It's like, yeah, but how do we know that, you know?
What a fucking snarky thing to say.
Yeah, I've had people.
How do they not even know that you're a Satanist?
Well, because these are people that I go to church with. So
okay, not the church of Satan.
Yeah, no. But and it's. I don't know. I'm a fringe like renegade Christian. It's folly to think that you're by yourself when the universe is, when just our galaxy is so friggin' big. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Yeah, and like I've talked about this to religious people before.
Yeah,
I've had discussions with it. It's like if they reveal, like, I mean, we're on the verge of finding out, right? Mm-hmm. Supposedly. Who knows? The government lies all the time. They're like, oh, yeah, we got a space vehicle.
That went away, like, real quick, didn't it?
Well, they're like, in the next 6 months.
Yeah.
I was like, what is this, a fucking movie? Yeah. What are you fucking giving us, a fucking cliffhanger?
Like a teaser trailer.
Dude, it was on the news all over the fucking internet.
Yeah.
The government has off-world vehicles. And then just fucking
like,
crickets, dude.
Like, back to coronavirus. Yeah.
Coronavirus, wear your masks. It's like,
yeah.
Why don't we talk about what impending doom we have from the aliens that come here and they cough on us?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're going to explode, dude. Like
that's where it came from.
Yeah.
It's alien coronavirus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It wasn't the Chinese.
The Corona Nebula.
Yeah,
dude.
It was fucking aliens.
That's a real thing, too.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aliens!
I'm not saying you got to have the air.
Yeah. I'm
not saying it was aliens. But it was aliens. That fucking guy.
That fucking guy's like an infamous meme, bro.
Yeah. I've always wondered what that like to become like this huge popular where you see your face and you know that most people are making fun of you, but it's like you're famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Could go all kinds of ways. Like you never become a meme.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's the goal, right? You become a meme some point in your life.
You live on in infamy. You know what I mean? Yeah.
At least now in this day and age.
Yeah. Why does everybody know who you are, Grandpa? Well, I was fucking crazy.
It's that fucking little girl that's like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She's wearing a little purple dress.
The Irma girl.
And then no, the Irma girl, like
where she's holding up like DVDs or something.
Yeah. And then that's the fucking stoner dude that's like that. Yeah. We should have an episode like we should have like a fucking like a additional YouTube like promo video where we're like do YouTube or do we do we just meme faces?
Just try to do the impressions and guess it. Yeah.
Somebody sits in a chair and it's all white background. You're like, I think he's the fat cat thing.
Yeah. Or do the where you do the eyes open, the blinking, and the eyes back open again.
That would be interesting.
I just did it for you, and no one can see it. So
but no, they were looking on YouTube. This is high definition, top of the fucking food chain technology, dude.
Yeah, videotape.
It's not a GoPro 8.
Do you find that? Do you ever think that? Thinking about that, I just called it videotape. Do you ever think that will go away? Because there's obviously not tape in there. You know what I mean?
I always say
tape, right?
No, I'm gonna record that or videotape it. I say videotape.
Right, yeah.
That's because we're 80s babies.
Yeah, but
you know what I mean?
But that's what I'm saying. Do you think that'll ever die out? that nomenclature for it? Because I'll say it all the time, like, bro, that's going to look so good on tape. And it's like, by tape, I mean...
yes, I do, because, like, you're not talking about, like, the fucking... You're not fucking going, like, what's the verb for the thing was, like, the big hula hoop that you have a stick and you fucking... whack as you try to get it. That was the game back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People pushing around.
No one's riding unicycles unless they're trying to be weird and shit.
Yeah, like in Portland.
Like their dad caught him fucking, sucking a dude's dick in his bathroom, and then they're like, "I got to do something less gay," and I was like,
"Ride a unicycle."
He's riding,
but that's just under. It's just under.
Yeah,
sucking a dude's dick.
It's almost like he's riding a bunch of dicks in a fucking hoop formation. Like. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. That's like...
Unicycles are like the bicycle of dicks.
Yeah. Riding a unicycle is like a gateway drug.
Yeah.
To smoke and pull.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just food for thought, kids.
Yeah. Like, if you were ever interested in taking a money shot, ride a unicycle one time and be like, yeah, this is exactly what it's like to swallow a shit ton of jizz.
How did that feel? I didn't like it at all. You won't like sucking on a dick then. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you.
I didn't like the way my taint felt. Well, guess what? Guess what, kids?
You won't like unicycles. So that means all those clowns I grew up watching on unicycles, they're all just fucking pole smokers.
Yeah, they're all...
Every single one of them.
And not pole smokers in a gay way.
Right.
Totally gay.
Yeah.
Totally in a gay way.
Yeah. Like fucking salt and pepper shakers.
I don't like riding a bicycle. Like, I don't like riding a bicycle. It always goes up in my taint, and I'm like usually standing up, like I'm just like this, like God damn it!
That's
up in my crotch, my grundle. Have you heard grundle in a few years? Nope.
No.
Yeah, you just did.
Last time I heard grundle, I'm pretty sure I was watching like Beowulf or something like that.
You ever wonder things about like, when's the last time I said that word? Oh, it's been a fortnight.
Yeah, a fortnight.
It's been a fortnight since you heard grundle.
For those of you that don't know.
That was the best ever. Grundle's the best.
Grundle is the best. Yeah, that weird, like, giant...
That's the name of the episode. Grundle is the best.
There we go. We made it. I wonder how many... Do you know how long a fortnight is?
12 days? I'm thinking knots or some shit.
I think it's 2 weeks.
Hey, for YouTube, comment below, like this video, subscribe, and put on bell notifications. And also let us know how long a fortnight is.
Yeah.
You ever watch those YouTube videos where, like, I watch them because my son watches all these fucking things, and it's literally like they have these 20-minute episodes, and the whole thing is like, hey, do you like cats? And then they're like, so comment below if you like cats and turn on bell notifications. It's like, that's all the videos are.
And all the kids
they make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Kids are like, I like cats.
Yeah. I better subscribe because I like cats.
But you should.
Yeah.
Because it's YouTube and you should do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Especially if you like the content.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's and that's crazy to me because my former roommate, her kid would watch this series on YouTube, and it's just kids playing with fucking toys. That's all they do.
Oh, they unwrap them and shit.
Yeah, unwrap them. And then like I'm pretty sure Down syndrome dad is like, oh, let's play with toys. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure the kids.
Is that the name of a YouTube channel?
Yeah,
Down syndrome dad. He's like, oh, and he's just smashing shit. Like
he's like, thanks, big guy. Yeah.
That's fucking horrible.
But that's what they do is they play with toys. And this kid made like $23 million last year. At 8 years old. Fuck you, man.
There was this fucking lady who sounded like she sounded as if she didn't know English, but she came from the South somewhere, and she literally would unwrap shit with her hands. She'd have fucking a nail job, like fancy nails.
Yeah.
With sombreros and shit. If you catch my drift, fucking painted on her nails.
Yeah.
She goes, let me pick up this egg. And she just goes, oh, this has a nice toy in it. And then she just, same thing over again. And for a period of time, I think in like 2014 or some shit, she was the #1 YouTube person. And she just goes, let's check out this egg. And she just goes, Kloop, this one has a nice Pikachu inside of it. And then she goes, let's check out this egg. She just have a pile of fucking eggs. Like she was dropping them herself. Like she was taking them out of her sniz, and she's just like, I'm not going to abort all these children. Right. And she just goes, boop, and puts them out there. And she's like, this one has a Pikachu inside of it.
Now you owe me alimony, Pikachu. Yeah.
So this one could be sold to Planned Parenthood, but I'm going to fucking put it on YouTube.
Planned Parenthood.
Research Agenda 21, kids.
Yeah. Do your research. Are we talking about like Easter eggs, like the plastic?
They're like kids' toys. Yeah, the plastic eggs and shit.
Eggs, yeah. Okay. All right.
They got like German ones where they're made of chocolate and shit.
The Kinder Eiers.
Yeah.
Look at me, bro. I know my chocolate eggs.
Bro.
For those that don't, those of you who don't know me, I'm a large man still, but I used to be an incredibly large man when Mike first met me. I think I was pushing like 500 pounds when we first met.
I don't know.
Yeah. And now I'm like 329.
I don't look at people in that way. I don't judge them.
Don't lie to me.
I don't judge them. I just go, holy shit! No. What the fuck are you?
And that's the extent of it. Yeah.
Here's your t-shirt, dude.
That, for those of you who don't know, that's how me and Mike, I think how we met was I commented on some page and you liked it. And I was like, who's this guy that liked my stuff? And I went and looked at your thing and then I started following you. I think that's how we met. But
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Mike was nice.
I just know that you lived like Tacoma.
Yeah, Tacoma, yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's 8 beers, dude. With the other shit I do, I like delivered an order. You
had printed because I had asked.
I was headed up there and
because I had asked you if you could make me like a special large size because I liked like a certain t-shirt that you had or whatever, and then you printed out the wrong one. You're like, my bad, dude. I'll bring it up there because I'm coming up there right now. And then we like shot the shit on my front porch for like 15 minutes. So, yeah. And the rest is history.
Rest is history.
And now
story.
And now I have a shrine of you in my closet, and I like to talk to you every night. And
I don't want you on this podcast ever again. I'm actually glad that you're on here.
Oh, really?
When we hung out 7 Seas, I was like, was that the first time I said we need to get you on the podcast?
I think we had talked in passing about it.
We were just talking shit to the bartender that had that mask on.
Yeah.
That was right before they kicked back up to fucking like the highest restrictions on coronavirus.
DEFCON
like
7.
Right before it, dude.
Yeah.
Like we were there and I was like, wait, this makes sense right now? This makes sense?
Yeah.
As we're sitting here, but when you come up, we just keep it up, and then when you walk away, we do this?
Yeah.
You realize that when you put the fucking beer down, you're catching all our corona, you dumb cunt?
Absolutely, yeah. It's so stupid. Like some people with the whole mask thing is just like, so what I do is I deliver packages for a living, and I won't tell you what company, but
we keep all of the bullshit out of this podcast.
But it's
unless they pay me money.
Yeah. So it's
hey dude, can you talk about our fucking business on the podcast? Yeah, I sure can. You just give me some money, dude.
Yeah. Give me like 9 quarters and it's yours.
I do it for a hay penny.
No, but like with the whole mask thing, I'll walk up and people will be in their garage, and the look that they have on their face that I don't have a mask. I'm not wearing. It's 90 fucking degrees outside. I'm not gonna wear one when I'm driving around by myself.
Have you seen what kinds of diseases I'm giving to you?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, the fucking UPS dude comes up, or the fucking FedEx dude comes up to my fucking place,
or the
fucking
dude.
USPS dude, or the fucking Amazon Postal Service dude, whatever the fuck it is. They all come up. The Amazon Prime dude comes up.
Yeah.
And they like go, you want me to drop it here? I'm like, just give it to me, dude. You're probably catching airborne AIDS for me right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
6 feet ain't enough for you, motherfucker.
That's airborne AIDS. We like to call that turbo AIDS.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Speaking of that,
I cough on everybody I meet.
Yeah, there used to be
just to get it out of the way. This is the fucking fucked up part. Not to get off on a tangent.
No, that's all right.
But I haven't caught corona. At least I fucking don't think so yet. And like I'm a ticking time bomb, bro.
You've probably had it. And
I probably have had it. I got it right now. I feel it. I have perpetual coronavirus.
It's not the fact that you haven't been working out. It's the coronavirus.
Yeah, dude.
With the tight chest.
It's not the excuse. Yeah. No, but I'm like, if I haven't had it,
right?
This is the thing. It's like, because I'm not getting that fucking vaccine.
No.
They can suck my cock.
Yes.
They will have to suck my cock to inject it into my pee hole.
Is that how it works?
That is.
I might go get it.
I mean, that's what Bill Gates told me.
If it's Bill Gates, I'll go get it.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, if I haven't caught it yet.
The wiener sucking.
If I haven't caught it yet, with all the facts we have now, it's like, just fucking someone cough on me.
Yeah.
Because if I haven't had it yet, I'm just waiting and I'm still like, hand sanitizer, fucking mask. And like, you know what I mean? It's like, if it evolves so far gone,
right?
If coronavirus has evolved so far, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, think about like
the strain has
it's just gone like, we've got to get everybody. Like, it's walking around. It's just like, fuck, I can't get anybody. And then it catches me. It's like, boom, it catches me and my fucking head explodes.
Yeah.
Because it's so strong and I'm not ready for it because I've been getting flus and shit that are just like, I feel kind of shitty. And then it's like...
And then the coronavirus is like, I'm going to fuck you in the ass. Yeah.
It's just like this giant fucking thing that just makes me like incapacitated.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like, why don't we just pile everybody up into a giant human pile and fucking just give everybody coronavirus?
And this weed.
There may be... What?
And then just weed the week out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I feel like coronavirus is going to end up being like chicken pox. Oh, my kid's never had it. Can I come over and
Does anybody have chicken pox these days?
Well, no. I mean, when you're a kid, I think everybody gets chicken pox when they're a kid. Oh, your kid
My
has
son
chicken
hasn't.
pox? My son's never had chicken pox. Can he
Let's
come
have
over
him
and
sleep over.
Yeah,
What the fuck are those days?
Yeah. That's like
Unheard of.
biological warfare, yeah.
Dude, parents used to do that
Can
all
you
the
come
time.
over and have
dude.
your son spit in my son's mouth, and then he can have chicken pox too? So he won't die from it. Isn't that weird? It's like, if you get it when you're 5, you'll live. But if you're 35, you'll fucking die.
Dude, I got shingles, which is the second stage of it.
Oh, God.
When I was going through my divorce,
Yeah.
I got shingles.
Yeah.
That is fucking horrible.
What are the symptoms of shingles? Because I hear about it. It's like a
So you can get it's a rash. It's like it goes on your nerve tracks.
Oh shit. Okay.
I got it on my back.
Ooh.
And you have to tell everybody because it's like they can get it if they are old as shit.
Or like touch it.
Well, it's like if you're touching shit or whatever, but like I had it in the center of my back.
So it's
and
like
it goes
herpes.
along the nerve.
Okay.
Essentially. It goes on the nerve track. So like all the shit in your spines and shit like that. But it feels like your heartbeat's like boof, boof.
Okay.
It feels like somebody's taking a fucking sledgehammer and going whack, 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 like a big John Henry type or fucking.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
So
dude.
just, like Paul Bunyan trying to hack his way out.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. And it's like if your shirt moves across, like it doesn't do anything unless something like the breeze or fucking you touch it or something, and it incapacitates you.
So it's like a bad sunburn times a million.
Oh, dude. Like I would it's like, dude, I can't even equate it to a sunburn. It feels like somebody's just straight like jackhammering you.
Ooh.
Like a fucking just like a dildo, just like
it's just like shooting.
Yeah, it's just like and you go like you got shot or something.
Yeah.
It's fucking heinous. I would put it above coronavirus, like the symptoms that are like, you know, and I got that when I was like fucking 30 something.
Jeez.
And because of stress, and it's like if you had chicken pox, it will come later if you're super stressed. But usually it's like 70.
Yeah,
70 or above.
when you're super
But
old,
I was so fucking stressed out with like money, divorce, like all of the shit going on, business, like as I was starting my businesses up, and it just fucked me up, dude. It fucking fucked me up.
Yeah.
Like, fuck this coronavirus shit.
And we can't get Bill Gates to make a vaccine for it.
Oh, dude.
What a dick.
I think they do have a chickenpox vaccine, but I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's you go spit in somebody else's mouth.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
You just get it. Yeah. But I probably won't get it again. That's how that shit works.
Like
it's
you
almost
get it
like
once.
computer generated. That doesn't make sense to me. How do you get a fucking disease and you can't get it again?
Right. Yeah, because you can get
Tell me that.
You can get it, like, how can you get a cold or the flu every year, but you can't get the shingles twice or chickenpox twice?
Yeah. You can get shingles twice, but it's super rare.
Right.
But they're different strains. I don't believe any of it.
Right.
I don't fucking believe any of it.
Yeah, fuck
It's all
science.
fake. Science is fake. You know? I'll venture to say all of it's fake.
Yeah.
Everything's fake.
Yeah, it's all science is real depending on who's talking
Yes.
about it. Yeah. Fuck you, Neil deGrasse
My
Tyson.
science is that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's a fucking snarky asshole, too.
Yeah.
I like what he talks about, but he's like...
I feel like he's going to come out as the next pedophile. He just looks like one to me.
Is it his mustache?
Probably. That's why Tom Selleck doesn't have that mustache anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me show you how a black hole works. And he's just spreading his butt cheeks.
Kids are like, I learned so much about astronomy.
Yeah. It sucked me right in. It crushed me into a fucking diamond.
Good Lord. Yeah. Isn't that sad now that, like, everyone in Hollywood, I look at them like,
Oh, God.
it's just, it's
I have a theory about that.
okay.
I'm going to get another beer
Okay.
as I crush them.
Yeah.
But I want you to put your theory out there.
Yeah. I think
I just got to get a pile of beers so I don't keep walking over the fridge.
No, you should. Just.
Oh, there's more right here.
We should get a cooler and just stick a cooler right here. That's a good idea.
I have a tiny fridge.
Did you say a tiny or an Italian fridge?
I have a tiny fridge.
I think you should get an Italian one.
But it's like, if
'Cause that
we have it
sounds so
right
much
here,
better.
then you got to still walk around. There's no
Right.
solution to it.
Right.
I wish there was a solution that you could like laser inject a freezing beam, like we were on
Gotcha. Yeah.
Batman Returns with Mr. Freeze.
Was that Batman Returns or was it Batman and Robin?
I don't fucking know.
I think
one of them had the nipples all.
With Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, chill. Yeah.
How about you chill out? What's your favorite Batman movie, dude?
Fuck, man. I don't know.
Just chill out. It's that one? Is it that one?
That one's just so, like, the one-liners are so good. Like, I love Arnold, not for his movies, but for his one-liners.
Imagine if he didn't talk like that. He's
just
doing the voice for everybody.
If it was just Bruce Willis, you know what I mean? Like, hey, stick around. It's like, this is fucking terrible, you know what I mean? But if you get Arnold, you throw a giant knife through somebody, you're like, stick around. It's fucking great. It's magic. But I'd probably say I still like the original with Michael Keaton. The original Batman.
He's supposed to be in the new Batman.
Is he?
Yeah.
Batman's getting weird now.
Yeah, Batman is getting weird.
Ben Affleck.
I've never seen a movie series where they redo the same fucking story 10 times.
Spider-Man's starting to catch up now.
Spider-Man's the same fucking thing.
That's what I'm saying.
They're like, that one sucked. Yeah. It's like, fuck you, continue on the story. Just put somebody new in it.
Absolutely, yeah.
They just start over.
Yeah.
But Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man ever.
Was he?
Yeah!
I don't know.
Stan Lee was still alive.
That's true.
Here's a fun fact. Something you don't know about me.
Okay.
And I have...
You're super into comics?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
But my brother's wife is the daughter of Herb Trimpe, who drew the first Hulk, drew the first Wolverine, drew the first Spider-Man.
Really?
In my brother's living room, he has the original Wolverine Hulk.
Holy shit.
The first one ever,
right.
The first Wolverine Hulk fight scene on the first comic that Wolverine ever existed in his living room. It's priceless, bro.
Yeah,
my brother's priceless. Living room.
Holy shit.
I'm not going to say where he lives.
No, yeah, obviously not.
But yeah, I've been to their house before. Obviously, it's my brother. And he had a whole house that's dedicated to his storyboards. Like,
that's dope.
Yeah. It's cool. Like straight up like storyboards with like the word bubbles taped and glued on the shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's badass, dude.
Yeah. He used to go to Comic-Con. He's super famous. But yeah, he's no longer with us.
Right. Like all the good ones, like Ralph McQuarrie for Star Wars, like.
But it's weird. Like my brother's wife's father was the dude that drew Wolverine.
Yeah,
and the Hulk. I don't tell anybody about it because they're like they don't like. I tell people like, yeah, you're full of shit. I'm like, no, if I'm fucking serious.
Right.
Like I've met the dude.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah. That you're like 2 degrees separated from.
Yeah,
like one of the most famous artists in
he's super famous like in Comic-Con. He was employed with Marvel when they first started up, but he was let go like when it was like 5 people.
Right. Yeah.
You know, when they got when Marvel went bankrupt originally and like whenever the fuck it was.
I'm sure it was a creative differences and stuff too. So
and then they started back up and then all the they never got all of the wealth and the royalties from that shit because of like legal reasons or whatever. But he was still super famous with all of those fucking people.
Right. Yeah. Just like and it's weird. It's weird who's famous for what. Like so we went. I'm a huge Star Wars fan.
Oh, you're a fucking nerd.
Nerd alert for sure. But
Wook in the woods.
Yeah. That, I mean,
on Pornhub.com.
Yeah, that's
shit. I dumped it on this knife. I got to talk about this.
That is a cool knife. That's a good segue into talking about the knife. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, like my Instagram handle is Gangsta Wookie, which is
talk about your shit. Let me go get more beer.
Yeah, Gangsta Wookie. It was originally my Xbox Live screen name, and it's just kind of followed. And I've thought about changing it a bunch, but it's just who I am now. And I got into hiking. Everyone started calling me Wook in the Woods and stuff. But I'm a big Star Wars fan. But like what we were talking about, what people are famous for, when we went to Star Wars Celebration, which is it's Comic-Con but just Star Wars. Like that's all there is just Star Wars. And I went. And
Where was that?
It was in Anaheim. Was the first time we went at the Orange County Convention Center, right? So
you drove from Tacoma?
No, we flew down. Fuck that, we flew down there. So flew down there.
I drive everywhere, bro.
Flew down there.
I'll drive fucking 20 hours.
Saw a Dodgers game and went against my friend's advice and sat in the outfield because they happened to be playing the Mariners because it was interleague play. And my buddy was like, "Yeah, don't wear any Mariners gear out there." And it was like, straight up like Crips and stuff and gangbangers out there. I'm like, "Hey, man. You got that Mariners gear on?"
How do they have money to go to the fucking baseball games?
Because it's cheap, I guess. I don't know. It's cheap out in right.
Baseball, yeah, it's not very expensive. Football, we're talking something different.
Yeah, even hockey, I think like the cheapest seats that they're going to have for our new hockey team is like $50. But yeah, baseball.
I think I got tickets to like a fucking whatever they are for the hockey.
The Kraken.
Shit. No, it wasn't the Crack. Maybe it was. Thunderbirds.
Yeah, there you go.
And that was like fucking $80 per seat, dude.
Yeah.
We sat next to the glass.
Yeah, and that's great.
It was dope as shit, dude. They went against some fucking Winnipeg team.
Oh, yeah?
And they were just fucking America versus Canada, just fucking smashing. Like, they were playing less hockey and just beating the shit out of each other.
That's what...
the puck drop, the first puck drop, they just started fighting. I was like, God damn!
Like bad blood.
So dope.
So that was, how long have you been in the state?
2008.
Okay.
No. Fucking way longer.
So we had...
It was 2005.
The league
I've been here since 2005.
The league that the Thunderbirds
15 years.
The league that the Seattle Thunderbirds are in. We used to have the Tacoma Rockets at the Tacoma Dome, and they're in the same league. And it was just nonstop fighting all the time because these dudes are like 17 to like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like hockey farm teams and stuff like that. And it was just nuts. And it was great back then, like 92, 93.
Yeah.
We had seats like right on the glass. And oh man, the fights were just epic.
What's amazing about hockey, dude, is like you look at other sports and they use their hands and shit. Like football even.
Yeah.
Quarterback. Yeah. Like impressive. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. There's fucking world famous quarterbacks, but like hockey is another fucking beast in itself. Yeah. Like, it's amazing. I was watching some fucking videos of people doing stick work and shit. Yeah. And it's fucking amazing. Like, how do they fucking put that puck anywhere?
Right.
But just up and like, bang, fucking in the stands, but they like precision.
Yeah.
Whack that shit. Plus, they're skating.
That's what I was about to say. Plus, all the skate
and fighting, like getting checked and shit. That is like hockey. I think is like the most elite fucking mainstream sport there is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, they say
bar none.
They say one of the hardest things to do is to hit like a major league fastball. You know what I mean? But yeah, hockey to do all that stuff, to do everything that you need to do in hockey well, I think is probably one of the hardest things. That's out there. You know what I mean? To be able to skate, to be able to, read, to be able to shoot a puck, to be able to handle a puck. Yeah, it's just insane. Yeah. But yeah, baseball is, I don't know. I grew up watching, the Tacoma Rainiers and stuff. Well, it was the Tacoma Tigers back in the day. We used to watch Jose Canseco go out there and, just hit roided up balls out to like Foss High School.
AAA team fucking that.
Yeah.
Hitting it in the fucking Tacoma Dome.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Just breaking windows out at Foss High School. So, yeah. Foss High School is over the right field wall.
Thinking of the Tacoma Dome, would you ever go to a Post Malone concert?
No.
Why not? If we went together, would you go to a Post Malone concert?
Sure. I think I only know like 6 or 7 of the songs.
Who gives a fuck, dude? Concerts are dope as shit.
Yeah.
Have you been to the Tacoma Dome?
Yeah.
I saw fucking monster trucks there. Fucking kicking up dirt and shit. I was in the front fucking row.
I've never done as long as I've lived here.
That's dope as shit. These big ass machines and the fucking flying through the air.
It comes in January all the time, right?
Oh, dude.
So it's always my birthday weekend, and I just never go. And I'm always like, we never do anything.
I saw the fucking grave digger.
Fucking grave digger.
Dig all the graves.
It's all about Bigfoot, man.
Bro, it was fucking dope.
Yeah.
Like, how do they do that? I know it's machinery, it's modern machinery, and fucking engineering skills, but they flew through the air so gleefully and smashed down, dude. Like, how does that work? Tacoma Dome's dope. You should go to a Post Malone concert sometime soon.
Yeah, we should. I like Post Malone. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't know any of his songs.
No, I do. What's that one? Sing one for me.
I'm just asking, would you go to a Post Malone concert with me?
With you, yes, I'll go to a Post Malone concert.
Well, let's do it.
We'll do it.
Next Post Malone concert.
Yeah.
I drive by the Tacoma Dome and I smell the Tacoma aroma.
Yeah.
That smells like shit.
That's what it is.
People don't know about this.
Yeah.
Tacoma aroma, dude.
Yeah. It used to be so much.
It smells
worse
like
back
hot
then.
semen flying through your fucking air conditioning.
That's because everybody fucking jerks off and flushes it. Stop that shit, Tacoma. Stop it.
So it's a legit thing. It's called the Tacoma aroma.
Yeah.
And there's this in Tacoma, as you drive up, the most monumental thing out there along I-5, Interstate 5, is the Tacoma Dome.
It's the largest wooden dome in the world.
It looks like a giant metal titty.
Yeah.
And then Mount Rainier is like all fucking catawampus on the fucking side of it. And it looks amazing.
Yeah.
Tacoma's a beautiful city, but it appears as if a zombie apocalypse has invaded the city.
Yeah.
And then all of the zombies were eradicated 20 years ago and nobody remembered. So they're just avoiding the city at all times.
Yeah.
And it's only open on the weekends. And
that's,
then maybe you'll get service.
Yeah.
This was before coronavirus. Everybody forgot that Tacoma existed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, and that, Tacoma is very weird. So we're a pretty big city as far as like population wise, but like 730 in
Tacoma proper.
Yeah. Tacoma proper.
Tacoma proper feels like nobody knows it actually exists, but it's a giant city. The only people that know it exists are homeless people.
Yeah. They come down here for our soft sidewalks to sleep on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good city, and it's like, so I've been here long enough that I was here when you didn't wear red, you didn't wear blue. Like there was huge gang problems.
There still is.
Yeah. Not like it used to be. Yes, there's gang problems. Any urban center there's going to be gang problems. But I remember, like, Time Magazine wrote an article about, so it's Martin Luther King Jr. Way now, right? And it's up by like TG or St. Joe's.
Yeah.
And they wrote an article, and it was the K Street, and it was labeled the most dangerous neighborhood in the United States in like 1993. It was insane. Like, police wouldn't go up there because their cruisers would get shot up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. So I remember it. So people were like, "Oh, Tacoma's so dangerous." It's like, motherfucker, you should have been here like 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Tell me how dangerous it was. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Tacoma
defund the police, bro.
Yeah,
just do it.
Them. Yeah, stupidest shit ever. Defund the police, but as politicians, let us keep our fucking police escort. You motherfuckers, every single one of you. So ridiculous.
I lost trains of thoughts.
Don't believe that. So anybody that's listening that's on the fence of the defund police, right? You know who else did that shit? Who got rid of the police? The fucking Nazis, and they did that. So the fucking. No, I'm serious. That's one of the first.
I'm just gonna say this. People love this shit about this podcast. We did a conspiracy theory episode where we had one fucking phrase, and it's like thousands of views. It's like, oh, I walked down all the fucking rabbit holes.
Yes.
I'm like constantly getting subscribers because of all the fucking rabbit hole shit that people pop up. I looked at it and there's a bunch of child porn on it.
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
I'm not looking at it. Cool. Thanks for the information. Like
and subscribe. Thanks. No, but seriously, that's the two things that the Nazis first did when they came into power was, one, get rid of guns, and two, get rid of the police. And that's so the fucking brown shirts could run around. Antifa could fucking run around and do whatever the fuck they want. Don't believe that shit. It's a fucking mistake. And there we go. And that's going to be my political rant for the night.
I love how we went from Post Malone to Nazis.
Yeah. Post Malone's not a Nazi.
White people are bad. It's just the fact of the matter.
We've ruined the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking honkies.
Bunch of fucking white people. Can't even stand to look at them.
There's a lot of white people I dislike. I'm not going to lie.
True.
So, yeah. I think the vast majority of people I dislike are white.
I look in the mirror sometimes and I can't stand myself as I'm masturbating onto my fucking toothbrush.
You almost made me spit beer all over your microphone.
That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point of what I'm saying. It's supposed to be ridiculous. It's supposed to be ridiculous.
I fucking hate Peter. You so much.
All right. Well, what else you got to talk about? Like, what kind of crazy shit? Where can people find you on the fucking Instagrams, dude?
It's gangsta_, if you know what that is. Bonus points, you dumb illiterate motherfuckers out there. So gangsta _Wookie.
Or Wook in the Woods. I can't believe you don't have that shit.
Yeah, no. I've thought about changing it, but it's been this for so long. I just don't want to.
Wook in the Woods.
Wook in the Woods. Yeah. I've got a pretty solid little bio thing.
Yeah.
Little bio quote.
So Instagram, where you at? Where can people find you?
So Gangsta Wookie, if you want to follow my personal one, and that's just a lot of rants. And then if you want to look at like my photography page, it's Anspach, ANSPACH.images.
Sick.
Yeah. So, and that's where I'll post.
You need to post more photos up there.
I do. I need to go take.
I look at that one still because I'm like, I want to fucking see what.
Yeah. I'm planning on now because I work 6 days a week, but Saturdays I'm going to start heading out and doing, because we're getting into the right season for Milky Way photography.
The golden hour, so to speak. Sick.
The golden hour of Astro, yes sir. End of August, beginning of September is the best. So for those of you that don't know, that want to go out and look at the Milky Way, end of August, beginning of September is the Milky Way. The galactic core is the most visible in the sky. So check your moon tables, make sure there ain't no moon out, because if the moon's bright,
I don't think people are smart enough on this podcast to even know what the fuck you're talking about. But maybe they are.
True.
I don't know. I like to talk shit to our listeners.
But maybe someone will be like, galactic core, what's that? We just talked about it.
Google!
See, that's everybody I think is a moron. I give a southern accent to. I don't know why I do it. It's just galactic core.
Shit.
Sorry, anybody that's from the South. But.
All right, man. Well, thank you for being on the podcast. Appreciate
you for
it.
having me on. I appreciate it.
And you got anything to say? Mark usually says bye-bye.
That's weird. We didn't talk about the knife. Do you want to leave yet? Do you want to talk about the knife?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to piss, though, so we'll do.
All right. There's a knife here.
There's a knife.
It's got a sheath.
Burton Knife Designs. Go check it out. Super sick knife.
That's a very nice knife.
And with that, bye-bye. If you like this episode, please consider subscribing to us on Patreon by visiting patreon.com/violentprofessional. By subscribing, you have access to all the episodes as soon as we upload, as well as bonus content that you can't see anywhere else. You can also support us by simply giving us a positive rating on your listening platform of choice. And above all, thank you for the continued support of the Violent Professional Podcast.